G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I've got a special one for the trade life skillers out there, or those that want to get into it possibly in the future. It's a list of things that can save you a whole lot of time, money and effort and make the life skill actually enjoyable and profitable. So bear with me. As always, I'll keep the video as short as I can and we'll jump straight into it. Now, if there's one thing you guys take from this video, make sure it's the list of XP buffs that you should be running when you're trading in your crates. Because we don't have a mastery system, we're heavily relying on our trading level to get us more profits. So save this, come back to it anytime you are trading in crates or even doing other life skills. That way you can make the most out of any life skill that you're doing. Now, in our first list here, I've got all the pretty basic buffs that most of you would have seen. A couple of things to look out for would have to be the GM's Blessing, the Hearty Grilled Turkey, and the Special Coconut Juice. These buffs don't come around often, they're usually around for events and things like that, so keep an eye out for them and put them aside when you do get them. In our second category, I've placed the Kafras Tome of Nature because it is kind of annoying to get. You have to go and do all those journals, so if it's something you've already done, that's good. If not, it's not at the end of the world. And also in that category is the events. Now, events are very important, I'd say, because they do give you up to 100%, I believe, in life skill bonuses. So wait for those events to come around, and hopefully they come around soon. That way you get that extra bit of motivation to hand in the crates. In the final category, we got the Manos gear, Trader's Clothes, and the pets. Now, because everyone's account's different, we're all going to have different gear and pets, so that those values will change, of course. So take this all into consideration when you are doing your crates. Make sure you're getting the best out of your time spent making the crates. So next on the list, I've put remote feeding your workers. Feeding your workers while you're away from your keyboard is very important when it comes to trading, because the crates only take about 10 to 15 minutes to make, so your workers tend to run out of stamina halfway through the day. If you're able to then connect to your computer maybe at lunchtime, you then create at least 100% more crates each day. That way you can trade them in and get a faster turnover with your materials. I have done a video on this in the past, so I'll leave a link to it in the description. Go give that a watch and let me know if you find that helpful, or let me know how you connect to your PC and feed your workers. Moving on, we've got placing crates on your horse. Now, placing crates on your horse used to be a very long process a few years back, which I reckon turned off a lot of people from trading. Since then, Pelibus has changed it to allow us to place the maximum crate limit in one go straight onto our horse. The important thing to note though is that each crate has a certain weight limit, 10, 20 or 30, and each of those weight limits have a maximum amount of crates no matter how you stack it. So if you look here, we've got the 30 weight limit crates, we can put 7,157, the 20 we can put 10,736, and the 15s we can put 14,315. And I've placed a couple of examples here for you guys, so I'll go ahead and show you what it's like placing some crates onto your horse and what happens if you try and go over the limit. Alright, next up we have moving crates, AFK versus active. Now for this test I'm going to be running from Calpheon all the way to Sandgrain Bazaar using the same horse and the same amount of crates. So in order to run actively, you're going to need sideways and S sideways on your horse. This will allow you to travel sideways at a much quicker rate compared to the normal walking forward with the crates. So I ran the test, and as you can see here, my AFK transport was 19 minutes and 23 seconds, whereas my active transport was 16 minutes and 53 seconds, saving me a total of 2.5 minutes. Now it is more tedious, of course, traveling active and sideways, but if you are a min-maxer and you want to save as much time as you can while transporting these crates, this is probably the best method for you. Now that we've made it to Sandgrain Bazaar, we can place our crates here in the storage. Now we want to transport our character and our horse back to Calpheon City here so that we can repeat the same process. To do this, you can use the transport function on your characters as shown here, but we cannot transport our horse because it'll take too long and we only have, say, one courser, right? So to speed up that process, I like to suicide the horse off this mountain up here. This allows me to then recover it back in Calpheon City on another ult that will be transporting crates. So an important note, obviously, you will need more than 3 characters, I'd say, for this, because as one character transports back to Calpheon, you can use the other ones and keep repeating the same process, which will allow you to move the crates at a much faster rate. Once the horse is dead, we will go back into the safe zone because that's the requirement for using the teleport function. And we'll go ahead and teleport to another character that's already located in the Calpheon City. Now that you've made it back to Calpheon City, you're going to go to the stable keeper and recover the horse that you once killed. Once you've recovered it and taken it out, you can then repeat the same process again. Bear in mind, guys, I did mention you do need a spare few characters here in Calpheon City in order for this to work fluently, so set that up before you start transporting your crates. Alright, now for the final part of this Trading Essentials guide, I've got the bargain bonus game here for you in Valencia City where we trade in our crates. So basically what the bargain bonus is a additional profit on top of what you already have made by the distance. So you'll have to come into the conversation here in order to level up his amity, which gives you more bargain game attempts. Now, having more bargain game attempts will allow you to save energy in the long run because you've obviously got more attempts and you have to spend less of that 5 energy cost each time you run the game. So even though I failed 3 times here, I still saved about 20 energy in the long run. So that's really effective, especially if you've got more than 15 stacks. So if you need help with the amity game, let me know and I can give you guys another video on that and we can go from there. That wraps it up for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do have any questions regarding this video or any other life skills or things about BDO, feel free to ask me in the comments. I do reply to all comments, so I'll see you guys there. Cheers.